Yeah, today is the 5th of September. Having MicroProfile AI call. This Dawn, you are saying you tried this Liberty demo,
The Liberty
correct?
example, yeah, from
Yeah.
the CDI directory, the LangChain
Also,
CDI. So yeah, much improved, especially around the support for Olama. Um, so I had commented, I guess, Azure OpenAI should not be required to run the examples, which now has been resolved. Remove Hugging Face from the POM XML example, dependencies, make Olama the default LLM provider, and using Olama doesn't work. So I tried running with Olama, and it does work now, and that's great. I Yeah, I noticed a few new things, so I'll open issues. But for example, I mean, I guess this isn't the fault the of our code, but the I was actually trying with Llama 3.2, and it seems to be doing a poor job of simple requests, like saying I'm John Doe and this is my booking number. Doesn't realize what the name of the person is. So Um, I'll do a bit more investigation on the LLM specific side of it just to see, because I'm not sure 3.1, Llama 3.1 is smart enough for the task. I guess that remains to be seen with a little more playing.
Yeah, that's one of the big, I would say, issue with Olama is that if we try with small models, it doesn't behave properly or in a reproducible, at least quite reproducible way, I would say, as opposed to
Yeah,
using that's
there
well,
is there
because
is GPT OSS
yeah,
20, I think it is now, which isn't that big, and that seems pretty solid.
yeah, we could try to use Granite too, but but yeah, I mean, definitively it depends a lot on the model that you run on Olama. So.
Yeah,
So yeah, so maybe we should take a look at which one we want to use. I think this because Llama 3.1 is quite old also and wasn't very good at that time.
right.
Uh, I think I have no issues, for example, with tooling, and sometimes it tries to use tools with wrong attribute with wrong parameters. Well, those same tools works properly in with a different LLM. So
Yeah.
well,
Yeah,
that's
I would be surprised if we can't find a resolution to that, because I think I've played with the Miles of Smiles in other contexts with um I'm trying to remember exactly which model I was using, but was having decent results with Olama. So I'm sure there is a workable Olama solution to that.
yeah.
Anyway, I'll take a bit further look at it after, see if I can find a good one.
that's good. So, generally speaking, the is all the samples work or some of the work, some or not against Liberty? Done.
I mean the examples are all just different requests to the same endpoint right now. So it's not, it's more, I'm able to see that it's responding from the LLM,
Oh,
which is sort of step one. And then the issue is more like, can it do what the flow is supposed to be when you try to cancel a booking or do things like that, which that was where I started to encounter some issues. Yeah, I have other things like the serviceability is sort of hurting, especially when you get around like fault tolerance and stuff. But I think that may be, I guess I don't know if that's a Liberty specific problem or if that's a LangChain CDI problem. But if it basically calls the fallback method with no message or
that
anything to indicate. why it's called the fallback method. So you sort of have
Oh,
to figure it out for yourself, which in my case, it was, I had not pre-installed the right model into Olama, which, yeah, that's a bit harsh to try to debug that way.
I'm thinking from a fault tolerance point of view, there'll be a inner.
Yeah, I mean, fault tolerance won't know the
Yeah,
reason. Presumably
The fallback happens when there's an exception, certain exception that triggers a fallback.
right.
So
It
if
didn't
one
appear
of
to be
those,
logged what was triggering.
yeah, probably.
So that might be, I mean, that could just be, we say that's the Liberty problem for the implementation of fault tolerance, perhaps. Just a serviceability improvement that could be made.
yeah.
So I don't think that's necessarily a Discal problem. Just looking through all of I jotted down a whole bunch of ones. Yeah, there's a few other Liberty specific things, like it's still pointing to MicroProfile 6.1, which seems antiquated.
It has to, because it needs to point to, I think, Jakarta E10. So if you upgrade to the latest, there's a conflict issue.
Oh,
Why
okay.
conflict? It shouldn't. MicroProfile 7 also work with the E10 and the 7.1 as well.
I had the issue where if I upgraded, there's certain things that had certain conflicts with.
Which
So
if you find it, read the issue. We need to have that fixed. That's not to my understanding.
yeah, there was certain there was some versioning issue. So I was like, nah, let me stick to 6.1, then it's much easier.
Like a CDI incompatibility?
No, it was specific with MicroProfile, only MicroProfile stuff.
Oh,
I
okay.
can't quite remember. I'll just have to replay with it again.
Okay.
If that's way, that completely wrong. Yes, we said clearly it's based on E10. Okay. I will need to run the samples as well. So this is for Ed. Ed and I will have a session on this attack exchange. I would so Ed we will talk. And then I would like to do a demo on Liberty.
Well, what's already there works, so it's not really an issue. Well, besides the Olama that people are describing, but if you change to other providers like Gemini or OpenAI or whatever, it works as expected. So, for example, I've moved to Gemini, so for me, I got really no issues. I'm not running Olama on my machine. I'm running locally. I'm running in a different way. So like Yarn and other stuff. So I've never configured Olama on my machine yet. Oh, I'm running through LM Studio. So it's a bit different for me than using Olama.
Which one are you commenting on? I don't think you are commenting on MicroProfile version. You are commenting on the.
That's not me. I'm not writing anything.
what you are trying to say? I don't know what is that issue or comments. So go
No,
ahead.
I said the examples should work as expected if everything is configured as is. You shouldn't have an issue. So besides what Don raised, which probably is Olama specific or certain LLM specific or whatever, but for now, everything should be working as expected, unless there's certain things that is specific to what we wrote that hasn't been picked up as yet. But for now, yeah, the example should work without any hitch.
Yeah, we are hoping that example will work. What I am trying to say is that I would like to pick the one is the best for the session. Is I won't be able to demo everything, so I will go through them to see to tell a story. I will add. I will we will have a maybe offline chat. And let me think. Maybe
You're
it's
muted.
yeah. Oh, you are
Ed, you're
mute.
muted.
Sorry.
Thank you.
Oh,
I was going to say, Emmanuel helped me a long time ago when I presented a similar deck during my Java Land tour. So we can start from that.
okay, sounds good. Let's talk on Slack and find
Yeah.
a time, and then yeah, we sync up. Okay, sounds good. Yeah, thank you. And then
Emily,
Bonnie,
I was just gonna say there's a couple minor issues with the docs that I'll try to get a PR after the call just to fix that up. They're minor, but they'll slow you down if you like a link is wrong, for example. So it looks like the link is right, but the link behind the text doesn't match the link. Just weird stuff like that. That's minor, but yeah, I'll try to fix that before you get there.
oh, that's wonderful. Thank you, Don. I made it here, Bohik, to open to take a further look and open an issue. If and then the next is this. It looks so good. We can merge them. Clean it up.
Wait, why? I thought we removed long block a long time ago.
Yeah,
Oh, why in that case, why we still have this one? Must be the one line is still here. Let me see. Yeah.
I
On
think we should remove
integration
it.
test.
Yeah, maybe
should
it's
remove
not used
this.
at all. We should take a look. Might be a leftover.
Open an issue.
Remove long block, not move long block.
Oh, remove. Okay.
Yeah, great.
Good, good. See the, oh,
You could just,
oh, I'm trying
it
to,
just puts backticks in, that's all it does. You could just submit it.
oh, you mean, we need to, I don't know whether it's, oh, this is bad. I don't know whether it's just is unremoved dependency or, oh,
Edit,
or
just
it's
edit.
used.
No, edit. Put that 3 thingy back. No.
Oh,
Just put
Yeah.
the triple backticks around it, but make sure they start in
Yeah.
the first column.
Yeah, and then on the first backticks, write XML.
Yeah, sure, if you
Not
want to be
at the
nice,
end.
you could put XML on there, but it doesn't.
it
Thank
should
you.
work.
It's close enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, we do not know, I do not, oh, this is still wrong. Don't know whether it's still in use. If I directly remove it,
Well,
it might build.
sure, that's part of the job to be done, is to make sure it's not used.
Yeah,
Well, it looks like it's on integration test, but on all the projects, there's no long block.
we need to remove it anyway.
Yeah,
I think
it's
it's
in
leftover when
progress.
because they removed it from function for chair, so we might have left it from there.
Yeah, because we told Langchair4j to remove long block.
Okay, what GitHub Action script version grade. Okay, that's for the release. And
Wow, the Copilot,
Yeah, I just assigned it.
oh, you assigned
Yeah.
it. How was this? Oh, why? Okay, GitHub script. Is it okay, isn't it? Merge it. Why is it two then?
I just created that other one. It's part of
Copilot instruction.
it's part of the enabling Copilot to do the work.
Oh, Copilot to fix the issue.
Well, it's working on it right now.
Oh, wow. Oh, okay. So that's, gosh.
I mean, something simple like that it should be able to do. Like check for Lombok and remove it, you know.
Yeah, if it's not in use. Okay.
the
For
only
the,
tricky part with Lombok is that it might create code at compile time.
Say again, Emmanuel?
If I remember correctly, I don't use Lombok for a while, but it might be creating code at build time. I mean, generating
Yeah.
bytecode, so I'm not sure how it is discoverable.
Right.
It's a bit different than a classic usage. Yeah, that's the issue I had. A superfluous bracket left in the script. So the first tag was with a bracket.
oh,
Because he should have used the previous tag, the one that is just up, but it didn't found the proper name, so he created a new one. But the release has the proper version in Central, so that's a good part. And this is 0.3, yeah, which is the fix. One of the fix for, yeah, the fix for the super brute bracket, and also just remember
why do we, the tag, why do we, the version name is, the version number is 0. So what
yeah,
version?
but because we are in the process of stabilizing stuff, and so
Yeah, we discussed this last week.
yeah, like so we have I wrote a quick readme, but I think Don said that there were some issues with it. I might have and also with Yan and Buake, we were trying to refactor things a bit. So that's why we wanted to have something that is well, we might upgrade a bit until we do some alpha release to have some proper testing in the core part and to make it easier to integrate. Because currently there is a bit of a mix between implementation and SPI, and we want to try to have a cleaner separation in how you create the config that you pass to the extensions for building the bins.
I was trying to say in the release, the tag is all the version number. Are we trying to use a different way? Putting a long.
I think we're using the Longchain CDI dash version number.
Why? It's really long. And then when you do a dependency. So
Yeah,
what
dependency
version
is
did you- I
dependency you
took-
use 0.0.3.
yeah,
That's just the name of the tag, but the dependency is 0.0.3.
which repo use this syntax? I have not seen a lot of tags using this.
You're saying they just use the semantic version number.
Yes.
Well, our goal was to follow what LangChain for
Yeah.
J does.
That's exactly what I'm showing.
Yeah.
It's launching for J is pretty much is a version.
What is the tag name? Yeah, tag is
Name is version. Look.
so version is but for example, okay, tag is 1.4, but version consider
That's all.
release version name is different. I don't know.
This is a tag.
Yeah, I mean, if you were to do git tags -a, that's what you would see. But if you do that in our repository, I think you see the longer name.
Yeah.
Let's try it.
If you that's exactly my.
I mean, this
So
is
I get tags.
So here is all the release in the launching 4G is just the version number.
I can that's easy to fix. I mean, that's just to name the tag to in the POM. That will
Yeah,
be
you
fine.
can edit to be.
Yeah, we can change the tags.
You can easily, I think, like this.
No, don't delete it.
Yeah, let
No, but
I'm not
that's a
deleting it.
release. That's something that is released.
No.
Not touch.
I'm not deleting it. I'm just double check what is like in here. It's just a edit, fix a tag would be fine. Okay, that's good. So at least the 0.03 was released is can easily to get from Maven syndrome. So Don, which version did you use?
I just used the latest code,
Main.
actually. I didn't even
Oh,
use a
the main.
particular release. I just cloned the repo this morning again and tried it. So
Yeah.
I'm not trying specifically on a release.
I see. Anyway, I will think whether to add. You are thinking to use a release version for the demo or not?
Well, yes, I would like to, certainly. Use some released version.
Yeah. At least it shows kind of official. We are working towards
Yes.
Okay. Anyway, we can discuss it separately.
Well, before we adjourn, I want to. I'm filing an issue.
Yeah.
Regarding this release thing.
Oh,
Hold on, I'm just going to do it right now.
yeah. Just I wanted to check because yeah, I have to take a look at that. But there is a readme.md and there is a readme.doc, and it seems that the one that is displayed on the repository is the doc and not the markdown file. Oh, too bad. I rewrote the readme in the markdown, which is
This has a lot more. We should do some markdown.
yeah. Sorry, I missed the fact that there was a in a dock. So yeah, we should. I guess we should either move the MD to ad hoc or remove the ad hoc. I would take a look at that.
Oh, okay, so that's good. This is the ad hoc. If it's the README, this one has more information. If this one has all the, oh, that's good. Have all the information from ad hoc. Oh, you already got from ad hoc. Okay, so in this case, you can easily get rid of the ad hoc. Just double check to see the ad hoc information already in the MD. That's why I was I was worried. We haven't got any information.
No, right. I rewrote everything and try to have some examples.
Okay, that's good. I'm going to follow follow this follow the instruction as if someone new come to our repo and try
Yeah,
to
I need to
understand.
fix a bit of the on the headers too. There's some issue, but yeah.
Okay, so that's pretty good. Oh, we have the same thing.
That's what I meant by it is the wrong one that is taken into account when you write on the repo.
Oh, I see. Huh? It's a CDI telemetry. But why is the README is repeated everywhere? Should this README?
No, that's root. You're on the root folder.
Oh, I'm on
Yeah,
the root.
there's only one on the root.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There's no README for any subdirectory.
No. No. We can depends on. I'm not sure if you want to have one per module or not, or if you want to have something more global.
If we have all the information explain different modules, I'll be fine. Oh. Okay. Anyway, I will take a look. We'll I will read it and follow it. Make sure I can follow it. This is great. Thank you, Emmanuel and Jeff. Everybody. This is good. Any other things?
Just like I said, so Ian, Buake, and myself are trying to refactor a bit the core to make it first more testable and easier to integrate with. So that's something that is being worked upon, and we hope to have something easier to use. And so I will do, I guess, a 0.0.4 release with that change.
Okay.
We checked that. I just wanted to. Are we on par that? So for Micronote, sorry. We can use Word, right?
You said Micronote or Helidon?
Helidon, sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you can use Weld with Helidon MP, not with Helidon NC, but you can use it with Helidon MP.
Okay.
Yeah, I was going to file an issue. Maybe we can talk in next meeting. We all know that MicroProfile metrics has gone through a lot of revisions. The telemetry module here, I think, Buhik, you are using OTel APIs directly, which is not a MicroProfile metrics API. And I don't know if that is the right thing to do or not. I know that I think 7.1 is picking up OTel, but I don't know if they are picking up the OTel API directly or we are writing a wrapper around that.
The OTel SDK is part of what's exposed through the MicroProfile telemetry. So you can
we have a wrapper on that, Don, or we are directly using OTel. Like if you scroll down, Emily, to telemetry quickly.
Yeah. Reminded me, I have something to bring up.
Yeah,
Telemetry.
telemetry.
That is
Yeah. Just open the source main basically. Yeah, and matrix chart model listener. So it's a straight up hotel APIs. I don't know if then this is really a micro profile or not.
Yes, you
It is.
inject data. Look,
Which version of micro profile recommends using hotel directly?
which version of MicroProfile
Yeah.
started? I think is a MicroProfiles. This
I think we had metrics in 7.0, if I'm not mistaken. I
Yeah.
can double check.
yeah, I think it's a 7. Oh,
I thought hotel was only used for tracing in 7.0, not for metrics, but I may be wrong.
let me see. This is no 6 because the 7.1 is already 2.1. If
You mean 7.0, Emily?
I know that
7.0,
Helidon
no 7 not 7.0. I mean MicroProfile 6.
I know Helidon implements up to 6.1, and we don't have hotel straight up. So I know that telemetry until 6.1 there is no hotel for telemetry.
No, it has 6.0
Checks.
has
It's
the,
only for
that's-
tracing. It's not
right.
for
oh
metrics.
yeah, its tracing is
Exactly.
is 6.0. For telemetry, for the metrics is 7.0.
And logging.
Yeah, analogging. You should move up to, we should move up to MicroProfile 7.0. So which version of MicroProfile?
I
I
think that
think
goes back to the earlier comment about which version of MicroProfile we were
It's,
pulling in, right? Which I think earlier
provided
in the call,
for
somebody, Buhake, I think, was saying that it was because of the incompatibility.
I know exactly the problem. Because you directly, you specify in standard, you depend on the MicroProfile version. Now you choose the individual version. When you do a incompatibility, when you found that, you must choose some features in 6.1, some feature in 7.0. In this one, clearly telemetry is in 7.0. And then with that, you need to use the fault tolerance 4.1.
I think the task that recently got created, I think that is the right thing. Emmanuel or Jan who created
Yeah,
it, where
this is
move,
correct.
no, I think move microprofile to a submodule, and
yep.
I would advocate that not having a microprofile APIs in a parent POM. It should move down to the microprofile submodule, whichever we
yeah.
do, because if it is becoming a submodule, there is no reason that the EE vendors needs to have microprofile APIs on their class path because of the parent POM.
We should have a BOM for that, I guess. Maybe that's what we should be
Yeah,
doing.
yeah, I don't.
I think that we should have a BOM to
Yeah.
be able to define those version out of the bound BOM, so that yeah.
So maybe when you are looking at the task, let's keep that in mind.
Yeah.
This tells me the MicroProfile version you are using is MicroProfile 7.0.
I think the goal also is to remove the small rise stuff out of the bound BOM.
Yep.
Because that's just for MicroProfile testing.
Okay. And the other, so this is anyway, you folks raise the issue to have that. The other thing is for the examples, I see the application the code like a booking and everything, fraud response, is that identical among these
Yeah,
among
it's
these
a
different runtime?
it's the same examples all on every containers.
Can we make this like a source is not duplicated in so many places, just one place, and then directly when you do a packaging, you package it up. It's not if you change one thing, it's very soon they will be auto sync. If you change
Yeah,
one place,
the only thing is that I think the configuration maybe we can take a look at the configuration. and
it's just this. It's this.
I don't know out of the it's been a while, just to check if yeah, we could.
This directly should be left out of all of this. If you look, it's all the things got exactly the same thing. And so many copies. And then if you want to change one thing, you go through, have to do a lot.
Yeah, the whole idea was for people to play with the examples without breaking other people's examples. So if you pull it and then you want to play around with it, and let's say you on Helidon, you can play around and break it, and then the Payara guys can break around it, play around and break this, and then it doesn't have to interfere with everybody.
Yeah, I
It's-
agree
But
with Puneet. I think the
It's a
quality
design
of service.
decision, and I like Buhake's suggestion.
Me too. I think currently there is no quality of service features here, probably per vendor, which are being showcased in example. Like to case in point, Helidon supports MicroProfile 6.1. Maybe Liberty supports 7.0. So you can probably put the telemetry annotation in Liberty and it will work, but it will not work for Helidon. So at that point in time, your applications of metrics annotation would not justify that, right? So I don't know if you can commonly put the code in for a single application.
Is the lack of the booking I see is identical. I don't think
yeah,
it's
it's the AI services. Some of them has, for
yeah,
example,
if it's yeah different for purpose, yeah, yes, keep them in. But I don't think we should have a duplicate these 7-8 places. So exactly, I don't see it's anything to do with the runtime.
no, some example have fault tolerance implemented, some don't.
Which one?
I can't remember, but I know that not everybody has fault tolerance on there.
As for tolerance only.
Yeah, I know Liberty has.
Does glassfish, if they don't, and then we could do it separately. I don't know, glassfish will have it. I think for the config, if it's a different runtime, and then you can do it. This is the one thing. Sorry, just quickly. The other thing is also, what about test? When we do the build and etc., should we add a test and make sure this is example continue to work? Because the thing is, if we don't test, and we keep on doing, and then find out is the example not working. I think we should have a test. If we have a test, if you change the common code, you need to make sure is that you have to run the test. If it's found out it's not working, and surely you wouldn't be able to integrate your code. So my suggestion is common code is common code. If there's a need to make it not common, and then we'll put the non-common code separately. Okay, Ed.
Well, I'm just stating what you also, I'm going to state what you also stated. I think we should file an issue that says verify that duplicated code among the examples actually needs to be duplicated and remove it if it's not.
Yeah. Will Copilot can do that?
Yes.
So that's good. The other thing is, could a Copilot also create integration testing?
Yeah, sure.
I think this is a gap. For I think we need to have an integration testing.
I thought we have a module there, no? If you scroll down below it, I thought
Yeah,
if you scroll down below, if
Yeah,
this
so
example,
we
scroll
already
down
have
further.
integration.
Yeah, right
Integration
there.
test.
Above, no, scroll up. The first thing,
integration tests.
yeah,
Is that running all the examples or just a
It-
integration testing?
it is. I think it is testing individual example, right? If I recall
Oh,
correctly.
that's awesome. That's good. So in this case, your issue break, your worry about someone changing code and without
No.
No, it's different. It doesn't. I don't think it is. It is a simpler version than what the example do. It's just testing that we can create a service and connect to
Oh,
a
very simple. Bring
Yeah,
up
very
Yeah.
simple.
The
not
examples
right.
is basically for you to download with your whatever container you like to play with and break it. So everybody can play around with whatever flavor they want and they can break it without having impact on everybody else's flavor. So that's why it's duplicated. So if somebody wants to run it on WebLogic and they can pick one flavor and break it on WebLogic, and then we can break it on other, let's say I want to break it on Wildfly, then I can break it on Wildfly. So we have independence. So that's the whole idea of the examples is you can break it on your own environment at your own leisure.
I
Because-
don't agree. If things are checked in, this is we are governing this example. Yeah, you can bring in your own box. That's fine. If it's got broken here, I don't think it's makes sense. So we should make sure the example here running is not people make this to be a playground. They check in any broken code here, and others
we're
don't
not.
know.
It's not breaking code. It's just that you can try and run it on your environment, independent on everybody else's environment.
Yeah, that's fine. What I mean here is I think what we said, put a common code in a common place, and then is
Yes, we could create a common project or a common module that would be a dependency on all the other one, or just the not AI part.
say that again.
I said we can create a common module, common example module that would have I would say all the non-AI part.
Oh,
And
yeah.
that could be, and that would be a dependency on all the other ones.
Yeah, I like that. I think that's my suggestion as well. And then the AI part, the broken part, can be
The
complicated.
only issue was that we didn't know exactly how, I would say, vendors, because it depends on each container or runtime, would implement it if they would need to make some change somewhere for their own example to work. So also that was one of the idea here, is that we could develop, and because initially we didn't have that many containers, so yeah, so that's why it went that way. But I guess given that most of the code is shared, we could extract that part and easily,
Yeah,
and then we would just have a dependency on it. The only trick is that the issue with that is currently we don't deploy on Central the example modules artifact.
Yeah.
Doesn't make sense to deploy examples on Central or even the integration test in the same way, because at first they would be quite huge, and yeah, because in the build we create the container, etc. So we don't deploy them. So that would mean the problem is that you would have to build the common part each time you want to run the examples. You can't just pull one of the example and say, okay, build it and test it.
If you build the common part, you put that under example.
No, yeah, but if you go to the Glassfish car booking currently, you can say and then can install and it works. I mean, I don't remember if you have to do then a script to run Glassfish, but it works. While if you have a dependency that is not deployed on central, that means you have to build the common module first, and then build the example you want to play with.
In the POM, you can do the multi-module. You can build
Yeah,
it.
but that means that you build everything.
Why is it build everything? If you have just an example here, you said the app.
Because the module is not available on central, that means that you can't pull it as a dependency. You have to build it.
Yeah, so what I mean is you build, you don't need to, so build here. When you build this one, automatically build the example. You
But that
specify
one, yeah,
that as
yes.
a dependency.
Yeah, but this one, if you build Liberty Car Booking and the most of the source is in example command, then example command is not built until, so you have to build first example command, and then you have to build Liberty and run Liberty. While currently you just have to build Liberty and run it. It's self-sufficient. Because the shared code that would be an example is not deployed in central. It's not shared in a central place. So you have to build it locally.
Yes.
Yeah, you build it locally. Yes, you can. You build it locally. Just like one the dependency, you just build it locally. Depend on that locally build an image, and then you run the example.
Yeah, but I think that defeats a bit the goal of an example, which is just to be able to run. That's it. That's it. Because you would have to do two builds for it to be able to run.
That doesn't necessarily sound too bad, though. I mean, I think we're saying that the core modules are pushed into Maven Central, and you'd get them as dependencies. If you're reliant on the common example, then you have to build it before you run say the Liberty example. But that's better than the maintenance problem of having to, if you are just dependent on the common one, to have to update or consider updating across everybody else's common copy.
Yeah, exactly.
Presuming that we don't screw up and do something Liberty specific in the common example, but that's.
Yeah, but then if you have a common example and then somebody works on it, he has to make sure that it runs on every other containers to ensure that the project can be accepted.
True.
Whereas
Yeah,
this
I think you're right, Buhake. I think that's, I don't know if that's a point in time of maturity on the stuff that we, at some point, I don't know if this stabilizes or if we're always going to be adding new content and we always want them to be separate so you can always update your own. I guess that gets back to the question of do we want some way of running?
For example, I've never worked with Helidon, so I can't. It will be difficult for me to figure out why is it not working on Helidon.
So this is why. This is why we need the
because
test. This is why we need to make sure that sample working is not like now we don't have that test. Make sure the sample working. Even here we throw away we put all these sample here. We don't have the metrics to see it working. Is we only rely on people. Yeah, I tried like Don tried on Liberty, on Agile on Helidon. We cannot rely on people directly running on their laptop, and we keep going, and actually the sample not working. and then we have to do it manually.
That's why we have to put trust on people who know this stuff. Like, for example, Emmanuel knows Wildfly. So all the example he puts on Wildfly, I'll try use that because he's the expert on Wildfly.
I don't disagree with the expert on particular runtime. However, we cannot rely on Emmanuel here all the time on Wildfly, work on a Wildfly. Once we have a manual here with his expertise, we should automate it. So that's my point. So automate it. So in the future, even Emmanuel is not here or move on to do other things, we have that automated framework, making sure we don't break our Wildfly. That's a maintenance issue I'm trying to raise. But I think is that to getting started is good. And now is we are trying to do fine tuning and to
Just to say that, for example, in the example function for J, each one is in charge with his own example. So, for example, when I created an example for Wi-Fi in Action4j examples, I mean, no one is maintaining it for me.
This is
And
similar.
it's a different one than, I mean, each example is different. You don't have to provide the same example as the next one. For example, if Arjav think that the Elden car booking example is not good, or is not good enough, or he wants to make it more evident way or add more features to it, he can without having to impact everyone.
Yep.
you can. In that case, like here, we just talk about here. We
I think that the cost of maintenance is less, given all the vibe coding stuff we have now, is less than what you think it is. I used to be, I mean, I agree that we used to have to change one line and then and copy paste it everywhere. Now you can just ask the LLM to do it for you. Either Copilot, Claude, or whatever, or Gemini, whatever. It can easily do it for you. The cost of refactoring is I mean, it's in tokens, but it's not in our time as maintenance as it used to be.
anyway, that's
Just to say, for example, for Lombok, you just ask Copilot to do it for us.
yeah.
Well,
But
a few years ago, we would have to do it manually.
I think the bigger issue
Because-
is actually having to validate that it doesn't break the other runtime if you're going to do that. I mean, it's not so much the editing of the code as the testing of the other runtimes.
Yep.
So I can see why, like perhaps the middle ground on this is everybody has their own copy, but if you make a change, you know, sometime before we do releases, it would be a good practice for us to diff across the different implementations and see, you know, maybe when you make a change, open an issue to say, you know, this is a suggested change for all of the example copies.
Or at least ask for review from the different people that are maintaining
I
different
guess
containers.
you may,
Yeah, I mean,
that may be slow for the reviewing.
which is a good practice, whatever the people involved. But yeah.
yeah.
I mean, it's kind of like even if we were to update a test that is run in common, right? We would generally yeah, maybe that's not a great example because I think in some cases like Quarkus has a different example than the other examples because they've got some different annotations.
Yeah, Quarkus, if you use Quarkus own LangChain4j implementation, it's different annotations.
Right.
So
We're half hour over time, and I would like to suggest that we flag this as an issue that needs further discussion. I see both sides. I see the point where it's useful to tolerate the don't repeat yourself violation because of the flexibility and resilience it gives us to isolating changes. So, it's like a poor man's implementation of the bulkhead pattern, right? But I also see Emily's observation that having duplicated code, even in a sample, does create a bad impression from a reviewer's perspective, someone coming to this repository and saying, hey, why are there so many different copies of the same thing? So I think there are engineering solutions we can reach, perhaps with some intelligent code templating at a different stage in the build plugin lifecycle, like resources plugin or something like that, or even a make file. There's ways to solve these kinds of problems and get some compromise that's the best of both worlds. But I don't think we know enough about what we want to do yet to go ahead and start making changes. So my suggestion is that we table this and capture what the job to be done is, and then come up with an optimal solution.
Yeah, sounds good. And then we'll discuss further. I think that if people come to this repo and have a look, oh wow, that's a sample the same code all over the place.
Yeah, well,
really.
I had the same fight with Reza many times. He had this very simple Java EE Cafe app. And in the end, we did end up copying it directly to all the places we needed it. But I accepted that don't repeat yourself violation because the example itself was so simple. Now, this booking example isn't quite as simple, but it's still pretty minimal. So I would say when we analyze this, we should weigh the cost and benefit of accepting the don't repeat yourself violation. And it's very easy to turn on your radar and say, oh, I see dry violation, let me fix it. So yeah, most of the time the answer is yes, you should fix it. But there are some times when it's better to tolerate it. And I think we need to figure out what that is. So
yeah, let's let's revisit next time.
all right.
Okay then. Thank you all.
Thanks,
Yeah.
everyone.
Have a
Bye.
great
Thank
weekend.
you.
Bye.
Bye. Peace.